and just happy that we all are here to worship together. So this morning I want to read the Beatitudes, which is Matthew 5, 3 through 8, which says, God blesses those who are poor and realize their need for him, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. God blesses those who mourn, for they will be comforted. God blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the earth. God blesses those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. God blesses those who are merciful, for they will be shown mercy. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. And today, I'm just grateful for life, health, strength. I'm grateful for my wife and my children. I'm grateful for opportunity and grateful for each and every one of you. And, you know, um, just being grateful on the whole. It's just always something to be grateful for and something to work hard towards every day, you know. Um, in this particular scripture, this was the Beatitudes, which is said by Jesus. And something I ended up in the book of Matthew last night, and I saved it because of what it said. But while I was reading it, I noticed something about the Beatitudes, just not something I never noticed, right? When God told us this or made this statement to us, right? There was one thing in common that continuously flowed throughout this entire conversation, right? Every single time that he said that God would bless us with something, it basically required some form of effort on our part, right? He says, God blesses those who are poor and who realize, keyword, realize their need for him, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. He said, God blesses those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Remember, if you're mourning, that requires you to put in effort. When you mourn, you feel bad about something. It's an emotion, it's an feeling, it's you feeling some type of way about something that's happened. Um, he said, God blesses those who are humble. Being humble also takes effort, right? Um, he says, God blesses those who hunger and thirst for justice. Again, hunger and thirst. But for knowledge and justice about something means that you have to be passionate about it and means that you have to actually put in effort, right? He said, God blesses those who are merciful. Again, mercy requires effort. You have to make a choice. You have to choose to be merciful, right? And he said, God blesses those whose hearts are pure. And again, that's something that requires effort on our part. So I think that the whole to wrap up what he was saying is that God blesses those who put in the work. God blesses those who puts in the effort. Whether or not you think the effort is something physical or not, sometimes the effort God requires from you could just be something emotional. You know, God just wants you to realize that you are human and that you aren't beyond these emotions, you know? Like he is beyond these, but you aren't. So sometimes it's okay to cry. It's okay to mourn. It's okay for you to be merciful to somebody. It's okay for you to say, listen, man, I can allow that one. I can let this one go. This one is dirt off of my shoulder. You know, it's okay for you to go out there and just bless someone humbly, without taking the social media photos or, telling the world that I helping people. you know, it's okay for you to just go out there and realize that you may not have it all. It's okay not to have it. It's okay for you to be, you don't have to be with the Joneses. It's okay for you not to have it because you rich in spirit. You don't have to always have money. You don't have to always need something to go and be materialistically tied to you know? And I didn't even recognize. this message until I actually read this while I was speaking to you guys, because I was gonna talk about a whole different topic about it, right? But that was an eye opener for me as well, because a lot of these things, sometimes I may fall guilty of it myself, especially in the leadership position. I realize that I have to be merciful, you know, and I have to think that way sometimes, because and Precious, and I'm sure everyone else who is in this position understand this more than everybody. You deal with so many different personalities when you're managing humans, you know, that like a lot of times people can get you mad and people can get you upset, you know. Sorry for so many you notice, but but people will genuinely try to rival you up. And you have to give them grace and mercy because you never know what kind of day they had. You don't know what kind of environment they came out of today. As a leader, it's up for you, it's up to you to be their servant that day. How can I serve you? How can I help you today? How can I make your job a little bit easier today? How can I make your life a little bit easier today? Because obviously you're going through something. This is a character change. This is something different. You know, it's about just understanding all of that and being merciful. But anyway, I could go on for well, the rest of the hour about this topic because it's just so many different aspects in the Beatitudes that I'm now just sort of realizing. But either way, everyone, thank you guys again for even giving me the opportunity to listen to me and share my message this morning. I pray that you guys have an amazing weekend and continue to remain blessed in Jesus' mighty name. And I'm Carrie that passing the mic back to my sister Precious.